So, Bora Boy, Boshishay, Aloris, Awo, Ianifa, Ilya Ding Bay, Ilya Du Timbo, Echo Shea Fa, Oshun Egbe Akika Shege, Orihu, Eshodara, Ibeji, Edan, Olofin. May all the divinity support us, and may we continue to avoid contention with Iami. May the Iami support us in blessing. Oshun Egbe Akika Shege, Orihu, Eshodara, Ibeji. Sorry about that. So may all the divinity support us and may we avoid contention with the Iame. So um Osa Rete, you know, this is our Odu, right? We discussed a little about Erete Ansa and things like that. We've discussed this Odu Ifa before. You know, we've had it, the owner of the trade filled with beads, right? Ask, us to stay away from certain things in order to um see abundance. It asks that we give up something, right? That there's some sacrifice that needs to be made for blessing. So we know one big sacrifice for this Oduifa is Malu. Can anybody tell me what Malu is? No takers? Ifatusin.
Cow.
What'd you say?
Cow.
You said what?
Cow.
Benny. Cow. Why does this Oduifa ask us to give up cow? We can see it directly. Elevation. Right. So we like, what does the cow have to do with elevation? It is really about what you do with the cow more so than the cow itself. I mean, it's about the cow, but it's about the cow is big. So the thing that you sacrifice that is big, like namely the cow, the cow will in turn bring this blessing. So we can see it in other cultures, right? How they venerate the cow. Other cultures venerate the cow. Osa Rete asks us to give it up. These larger forelegs. One of the first verses is the rain in the mouth of the horse and the thick creeper around the neck of the buffalo, right? So it's saying these big animals. He files a message for Aworo, the delegate of heaven, the one who shall always arrive in time to receive the blessings of all Iraean life. He was advised to offer a boy, he complied. When I wake up, I arrive in time to be blessed with the era of prosperity, the era of spouse, the era of children, our era of life. I am Aworo, I'm the one who has the ability to arrive in time to receive the blessings of all area of life. Ashe. So, you know, people don't necessarily like to give up the secrets of the verse, right? But it's important for me to show you that the verse speaks about these larger animals and why? Because we understand that these are the awo and the ebo was offered. So this is something that's it's kind of obscure, but it's not, right? The horse, right? Who eats horse? Right? We don't typically eat horse, right? Who eats buffalo or something like the buffalo, right? These are the awo, these two animals, right? These larger four-legged animals, right? One for progress, right? And one for growth, right? Because the horse moves forward quickly. The buffalo grows in size. So it's a play on words with this Epos message to Aworo Opwe, the delegate of heaven. Right? Of course, this is a Babalawo, right? But Alaworo is a priest, the chief priest. Aworo Opwe, the priest, right? So it's saying that the person, right, who receives this elevation, right, is or receives this message is an elevated person with E5, a priest from heaven. So it's talking about the arrival of the blessing, all area of life, right? And it shows us another thing too, right? That certain things are about timing, destined events. So if we follow again the verses, and it talks about the rein in the mouth of the horse, right? So I said it a moment ago that the horse was representing the movement, right? Being able to traverse different types of terrain, being able to, you know, move consistently over such terrain, being able to move at different speeds. The horse is about progress. The thick creep around the neck of the buffalo. The buffalo is like that too, but it's growth. It's a different type of movement. It's fast movement, slow movement, right? Elevation versus growth. These are secret. These are things it's talking about. This is E5's message, right? There's going to be different types of growth where this Odu is revealed. But it's all according to divine plan. It's divinely orchestrated. There's timing involved. So then all of a sudden, right after that boat, we wake up one day, right? The new day, things change, light is shed. I arrived in time to be blessed with Israel prosperity, spouse, children, all Israel life. So again, right, there's that timing, divinely orchestrated, divinely guided. Sacrifices was made. It was these things, right? So it was sacrifice, control, discipline for forward movement and progress and growth in different ways. Combined with Ebo, right? So it tells us, right? It's multifaceted. It's not only must we do the work, but we must do the Ebo and make the sacrifice to ensure that we receive the right outcome from the work. This is what Ifa is asking us to do this week and to remember next week. Divine timing. Ifa says that those with this Odu will have a comfortable life, right? Sure enough, we got to work for it. We got to get there. The first Odu kind of like lets us know. The second Odu kind of like tells us what things we need to do in order to help that. What energies do we need to embody? Osa Rete says, Bing Bing, Yinkiti, Igbing, Igbing. The owl cast E5 for Oloyan, Gede. Oloyan is yam, offspring of the full stream which splashed on the tree of the Oba's wife. When weeping and lamenting his ability to receive all Iran life, he was advised to offer, but he complied. It is big pounded yam, right? Oloyan. That Oloyan used in perpetuating his Ifa. Alota, Alota. I think that's wrong. Oloyan will in return receive all array of life. So embodying what type of energy? Embodying what Orisha. Oloyan is yam, so there's several Orisha that take yam. So let's look at it like this. If a Timilean we don't understand, we can't read in this class, we need you to articulate it. Use your inside voice, please. Come on, Ifa Timilean. Ifa Rike, Ifa Timi.
My apologies, Father.
Oh, Ifa
Yes,
Timilean,
Father.
Ifa Timilean, what you say?
Oshun,
No. What color am I wearing?
Abatala.
Benny. But Oshun does take yam. You correct. But Oshun, so another key, right, is the Oba, right? Obatala. So we must, you know, embody this energy, right? This, but what aspect of Obatala, right? Do we rest on our laurels? Do we are we stagnant in creating this environment for Ali Ray? No, we got to be in our creation creating energy, right? We got to be making stuff. We got to be devising a plan, right? This is why Obatala is the father or king of the Orisha, right? Because the king gives orders, right? So creating these things, right? Recognizing these energies in other people, bringing out these energies, cultivating these energies, these character attributes, they archetypes, whatever it is, right? Strengthening their less desirable qualities so they can become more complete, more balanced. Offering the sacrifice, being clear about what the message is. These are the things that Obatala does, right, to cultivate all array, right? Because it has to be created. The lane has to be created. The thought has to be generated. The action has to be taken. There must be some forward progress, right, in order to receive all array of life. So we perpetuate that energy, right, in order to strengthen that part of us, to feed that part of us, right? Everything that the Orisha eat, we eat. Some of us, because of the taboos, right, we are to project the energy instead of consuming it, right? So even the universe will reward us or chastise us for the thing. If you're supposed to be projecting a certain type of energy and you eating it, right, you're doing the wrong thing with the energy. It causes sickness. You think about the opportunity that the offering that you make. Say coconut. For those who have a coconut taboo. So when we look at the coconut, right, and we're supposed to use the coconut for Ibori, or we use the coconut to perpetuate Egbe or whatever, right? Oshun, IJ, right? So if we use the coconut, right, to perpetuate these energies to bring wealth or healthy relationships, right? Those things are external to us, and you consume it. That means that you're consuming all the energy from that relationship or from that opportunity. That you're consuming all the energy return, right? The money, because that's your energetic return. You're consuming it. I haven't seen anybody eat their bank card. Let me see by a show of hands. So if you consume something that you're not right, and so this Odu Ifa is telling us the offerings that we make. Right, think about the yam. We were told not to eat yam during this Odu. We may give yam or offer this energy, right? In some instances, but we are using the yam to perpetuate or feed or batala in order to help with our creativity, to help with our vision, right? So it's selfish in a way, but that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Because the opportunities that we create, the relationships that we cultivate, the moves that we make affect others in a positive way. It may affect some in a negative way because they may be jealous. It's because they don't know the alchemy. Let's continue to move forward. Let's continue to make sacrifice. Right? The opposite, the Omo Iya for this was Irete Ansa, right? And they talk about conspiracies. They talk about people knowing that we cast Ifa, that we do it well, and that we do the above, but they want to do another thing. They want to go somewhere else. We use those. May all those blessings that all the things that are ours return to us. SU will help with that. We can't stop people from being them, right? It's a part of their journey. The thing is that we have to continue to be resilient and move forward. This is how we have victory over adversary. Again, this is why we perpetuate Obatala. Questions, concerns, comments on Osa Rete or Irete Ansa.
Papa, when did you say the dates were for this particular Odu?
Well, it's the Osei now, but when did we have it before?
Banny.
It went out at the beginning of the year. So it went out last January. It's on the Patreon. It was from January 24th of 24 to 25.
Okay. I have it. I just don't know what it is. Okay.
Benny, I know you got it. Okay. Anybody else with any questions? Shay, so